This is the podcast
of stuff.
Welcome to the podcast.
Of stuff.
Podcast number 7.
Number 7 it is, yeah.
What's the date?
Date is the 17th of the 3rd, 2016.
Okay.
The year of our Lord 16.
Okay. What's the news, my friend?
The news is I've had a religious experience Tuesday and I've got an extra hole.
Oh.
No. Alright, serious news, movie news.
Yeah, it is worth saying that you did survive an operation.
I did, and it was fun and games. Not touch and go. You shouldn't have bad dreams during
Yeah.
when you're out cold.
Touch, but you don't get to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Enough said.
Enough said. All right, and we've got a few new things today. Like we got the Ben Hur trailer that came out, and I gotta admit, I'm impressed. I got a feeling that it's not going to match to the original Kirk Douglas.
No.
It is Kirk Douglas Ben Hur, isn't it?
I think so.
I think so. Oh no, Kirk Douglas Spartacus, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so no, it's not Kirk. It's not going to match to the original.
I did watch the original when I was a kid, but it's a long time ago.
I've watched it years ago. I'm just getting confused right now. Tramadol.
No, it looks very pretty.
The new one looks very good though, and there is I got a feeling they're gonna have a bit of a Jesus moment in it because you saw a clip of a guy with a thorn crown being crucified. So
yeah.
I got a feeling they might throw a bit of that in there. But other than that, that one looks good. I can't really say much about it, dude.
It's out this year though.
It's out this year.
Cool. We'll keep an eye on that. Then.
I got a feeling they're not gonna make it epically long like the original.
I don't think they would. The audience would watch that these days. You know, it's not many films you can do that with now, really.
No, Peter Jackson can do it, but that's about it, really.
Yeah.
You know, because Peter Jackson's got a repertoire with long films, and he's got his. Yeah. You know, but yeah.
It's not the only trailer though.
No. Next trailer is a good one. It's X-Men Apocalypse.
Yeah, I hadn't seen it until
today.
Yeah, today.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, I like it as well.
I like it. I haven't got the same mad enthusiasm for this as I have for BVS and Civil War, but...
Oh, BVS. 1 week and... Let's see, what time is it? 1 week and about 5 hours.
For you, yeah.
I'll be in the cinema. Getting ready. 3D as well.
You're going for the 3D?
3D, yeah. 3D VIP.
That might be my second or third viewing 3D will be.
I think I've booked one of them as a 2D. I think so.
I like films. So. I like films in 2D. 3D is good, but it's sometimes don't always need it.
Yeah.
Like I saw Man of Steel in 2D and 3D, and then 2D again.
Did I tell you what happened to me with Man of Steel? Actually, I went to see Man of Steel, and we misread the description of it, and we went in, and it was the one where they've got the subtitles on.
Oh no.
Yeah, so we had to watch it with subtitles.
Oh, that's disappointing.
And I think other people in there were thinking the same thing, and nobody wanted to go and ask about it. Just wanted to watch the film. So, I mean, obviously I liked it though. But yeah, I mean, the new X-Men. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's just kind of on hold because of what's coming in the meantime.
Exactly. That I'll look more forward to it.
Yeah.
Later on, but there was like little snippets in that trailer that I really liked. Like it looked like we got a clip of Storm before her hair's white.
That was cool, and also the bit that I hadn't picked up on before is the missiles launching.
Missiles launching, yeah.
Which looks like Apocalypse launching the nuclear weapons.
But in the first trailer we had a bit of that, but it was only quick.
Yeah. And
this one we got a little bit more stuff like that. There's a little less Jennifer Lawrence in this trailer, the second trailer.
Yeah.
But we got Nightcrawler in there. We got what looked to be two versions of Angel with the steel wings.
Yeah, you noticed that, yeah.
And an Angel in a cage with Nightcrawler with feathered wings.
Yeah.
So interesting to see what happens there, because Angel's going to be one of Apocalypse's horsemen.
And the other's a Storm.
Yeah,
Magneto.
Storm, Magneto, Angel, and can't remember the woman with the samurai sword's name. I know her. I used to love her.
Me too.
I just can't remember her name. But yeah, she was fan. It looks really good. The film does look good. Bryan Singer's probably on top of his game here right now.
Yeah, it's going to have to be good as well to follow what comes before it.
Oh God, yeah.
Because there's danger of a lot of people getting burned out after BVS and Civil War.
And then we got Suicide Squad and everything around that. Star Trek. We'll come to Star Trek in a bit.
Yeah.
Some news on that one actually.
Okay.
But yeah, and also, because they introduced a new actor to play Stryker in Days of Future Past, and we saw him getting off a helicopter right at the end, practically.
Yeah, you had a theory. Do you want to share it?
My theory is Wolverine is following him because he doesn't know anyone.
Yeah.
And he's just got his claws. There's just going to be a little bit of Wolverine in this one.
This is in his memory wipe phase.
Yeah, where he's got no memory of stuff, so...
It does add up, yeah.
So they're going to have a little bit of Wolverine in this. I reckon they will,
Possibly.
And it'll be like, people say no, he's not in it at all, but then again, they said that about a lot of films. Like, Hugh Jackman's always open to play as much as he can, and there was rumours that he is in this film a little bit.
I hope so.
In the reshoots.
Just a little bit. Can't go wrong with a bit of Wolverine.
No Wolverine news. He wants Tom Hardy to take over the Wolverine role.
Really?
Yeah. He said, Hugh Jackman saying Tom Hardy would be perfect for it.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see it.
I could see it, but
Jackman kind of is Wolverine. Until we see someone else as it, I don't know if we're going to know.
Yeah, and Tom Hardy is chameleon, isn't he?
Yeah.
So,
That's true. The chameleon, you said, wasn't it?
Yeah, chameleon.
Like comedian for a second.
No, chameleon.
I say he's not that funny, really.
No, but he is pretty much a chameleon. He is taking on roles where you wouldn't expect him to take on roles.
Yeah, I've liked him in a lot of stuff. Like, I've seen like Lawless. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, I love that film.
Really good in that. I mean, he barely speaks, but he's really good in that.
Mad Max Fury Road. Wow. Then you got to look at him in Legend.
Yeah.
That's really good.
I still liked him as Bane with what he was given to.
Oh, and I liked him in Star Trek Nemesis.
Oh yeah, he was in that.
Yeah, he was good in that and all. And I remember him. That was like one of his first roles. Like
one of my least favourite Star Trek stars.
It's not the best Star Trek, but it's better than Final Frontier.
Everything's better than Final Frontier.
Yeah,
except that Wolverine film.
Yeah, we're not meant to be talking about that Wolverine film.
I brought us back to X-Men.
Yeah, the only thing that make that Wolverine film any better is putting Kevin Nash in it.
Kevin Nash, yeah.
But Kevin Nash, he's in everything else we like.
Yeah.
Except for the Magic Mikes.
Yeah, do you know we missed Kevin Nash out last week?
Did we?
We also missed out, the others.
Wait, we didn't miss Leah.
We missed Leah and Howard.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, well, we got her back now.
Yeah.
Time
to contemplate that scene.
Yeah. Let's all take a moment, people, and think about how to duck in Leah Thompson.
Yeah. Okay.
Cue the heavy breathing.
Moment's over.
Moment's over. But yeah, I'm liking the trailer. I can't get as excited as I would normally. Because
it's good to know that's ahead though, because
we got a year of oversaturation in the comic book sense in a way, but in a way I don't think so. For us, it's not, but
because they're making good ones now.
Yeah,
I'm far less worried about it.
Yeah. We're not getting another Daredevil.
We're in the golden age of superhero film and TV, aren't we? Really,
like this. We all like cinema as a history of we have this period of. Like there's a comedy heavy few years. There's always an action heavy few years.
Yeah.
Right now we're in the comic book era, and so far we're almost up to a decade now almost.
Yeah.
Of quality comic book films.
Yeah, I mean, if you go from Iron Man, I suppose even Batman Begins was before, and that was.
Yeah, I'd say from Batman Begins onwards.
Yeah.
Even though Batman Begins It's not strictly a comic book
It's
film.
not. I mean, it's based around it a lot.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have done that along, before that.
No, they wouldn't.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Very good though, and and the other trailer that came up was, which I thought was really good.
Yeah.
The Central Intelligence with Dwayne the Rock Johnson, Kevin Hart. The second trailer's better than the first one.
I love The Rock.
Yeah, we all do, but except for his Tooth Fairy days. But
I've watched it.
Yeah, I've watched it too.
I've watched it. Yeah.
Yeah, I've watched it because I watched it with nephews.
Yeah.
But no, this one, the second trailer is the better one of the two Central Intelligence ones.
Yeah.
Especially the start where you got a young chubby The Rock singing "Never Gonna Give Up."
Yeah. Reminds me of the kid from Modern Family in a few years.
Yeah.
Manny.
Yeah, basically. But that was funny. That was quite fun, and I like the look of that trailer.
Yeah.
But that's on the trailer news for us. But there is other trailers that's been released, but
Yeah.
not as such. I'm not as interested as the ones we mentioned, and I don't know about yourself.
I did like that international BVS trailer.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Korean one. I like that where you get Batman puts the head in.
Yeah.
You put the head in.
I like the one where he jumps and he lands on Superman as well, and he punches him
Yeah.
through the window. That's pretty cool.
That was in most of the other trailers, but you get a
Yeah.
bigger, better look at it.
A few more headshots of Amy Adams as well as Lois. That's
Mm-hmm.
not a bad thing.
It's never a bad thing. She's 42, isn't she?
Incredible if she's 42.
She is. I can't
Wow.
believe it. Like, know.
Wow.
But
No
yeah.
right to look like that at 42.
No, she is stunning.
Good actress too.
Very good. And some of the films she's done, she has been phenomenal in. Yeah, that's trailer wise, and then we got like Star Trek
Yes.
Beyond. They've done a load of new reshoots
Yeah.
to bring another character in.
Who's the character?
They haven't said.
They haven't.
They haven't said. But
Could it just be rumor then, or
no, they've actually done it.
they've done it?
But people will be like, oh, they're worried.
Right.
I'm not worried as such because, alright, yeah, we've got the guy who directed like 3 Fast and Furious films, and then the first trailer they released has got like a bike and explosions and very Fast and Furious-esque.
Sabotage.
Yeah, and
Well,
Sabotage.
again.
But Sabotage was
In the
the
first.
song in JJ's first one anyway.
Yeah, it was.
But yeah, I reckon they're bringing this character in just to bridge some plot holes maybe.
So yeah.
Because they had apparently, according to the intranet,
Yeah.
that the when they had some tester shows of
Yeah.
it, some people just didn't like it or didn't get certain bits, so they're just doing reshoots. All films do reshoots. I know this one's really close to release and all, so they're still for their.
Could this be another like big character from the Star Trek universe then?
It could be. I haven't looked into it as much.
No, I mean I'm just trying to go off the top of my head. I mean, they're gonna throw like a Kirk in there or something like that, or
Oh, Shatner.
the other Kirk.
Shatner's not in it.
No, I mean I'm not saying he is, but I'm just thinking out loud. Like obviously they can't use Leonard Nimoy, sadly.
No,
Spock.
no.
But
They can have stock footage of Leonard anyway.
anything like maybe Cumberbatch?
No.
Some, like flashback or
Can be biatch.
coming in a vision type thing. Or...
No, well he's frozen right now, isn't he?
Yeah, but I mean
So-
like a memory type thing. Like Liam Neeson pops up in Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, it could be. I don't.
Just start speculating, obviously.
I don't think so. I think it's because they're saying it's a wholly new character.
Yeah.
So I assume then it's going to be a wholly new character,
Alright, okay.
created for the film. Probably just to bridge gaps. There is a Starfleet officer,
Right.
and it's an admiral, I believe.
Oh, okay.
So it's probably bridge a few gaps there,
Right.
which, I'm interested. I'm a big Star Trek fan anyway, so
Also wouldn't be Peter Weller because he's toast as well, isn't he?
yeah, I like Peter Weller,
Yeah.
and I thought, but every line he said in Into Darkness, it just looked like RoboCop to me.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what you're doing, son, and stuff like that, and I was just like, RoboCop.
I quite liked him in Dark Knight Returns as well as the voice.
As the voice of Batman, yeah, I like
decent.
that.
He wasn't Kevin Conroy, but
no,
he was decent.
But we're going to go on to Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill in a minute.
Okay. I'm happy to do that.
Yes, because Mark Hamill has put on his, I believe it was his Twitter or his Facebook, a picture from the new Killing Joke cartoon they're releasing, where Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill are playing respectively the Joker and Batman again for this adaptation.
As they should for all of eternity. So preserve their voices now so that we can use them when they die.
Make them say random lines from now on, and then we can use them. Stock footage. Yeah,
they're the two most recognisable animated voices.
Yeah,
you know
exactly. And I gotta admit, I am looking forward to getting that.
Yeah.
I also want one of my favourite talking about DC animation. One of my favourite Superman books, All Star Superman, where he's like trying to complete a bucket list. They've actually made that into a cartoon film, and I didn't even know that until recently.
I didn't know that.
So I'm gonna have to get that one.
Yeah.
Because that is one of my favourite books. That is, because the bucket list is quite fun, and it's a fun, good book.
Right.
So it's called All Star Superman. They've done them. It's really good. It's one of my favourite Superman stories.
Yeah. And
they've done a film on that, so I'm gonna raid my local Blu-ray DVD shop for that. Which
got a game and you can barter with them again.
Oh. Well, I got a patch out of it, and I didn't get a hat though. I wanted a hat. Yeah. It's always fun bartering. Yeah, that Killing Joke there, and that's generally it.
When is Killing Joke out? I can't remember.
They haven't said it.
I shared it myself on Facebook, and I can't remember.
I'll have to look, but I don't actually know when it's out. But
well, soon, hopefully.
It is soon. It's got to be soon because they're putting already an image like that out.
Yeah.
We'll get a trailer soon for that, and it'll be straight on DVD.
Yeah.
It's one of my favourite books, and it's an R. This one's going to be an R rated, because
I would hope so.
That story is quite horrific in moments, so that's going to be. I'm looking forward to that.
Animated, you've got more scope with that as well.
Yeah, and with it being it's going to be such a in-depth book. It's such an in-depth book, in a sense, as with the graphic nature of it. It's got to be an R for what it is. Joker is a bit crazy in this one, more so than other Joker stories.
Yeah,
and it's a Joker heavy book and all. It's not a heavy Batman book. I think we get the. If I remember right, it's been so long since I read it. It's like we get the origin of the Joker and everything in this.
Yeah, so, I mean, one of the most interesting things about Batman is the Joker.
Well, so, they're Batman and Joker, the yin and yang. They keep each other going.
Arch rivals.
Yeah. They keep each other going, don't they? So, but that's not strictly movie, but that's part of our movie news.
Oh, I think that qualifies.
It does qualify.
That's a big deal.
It is a big deal for us, yeah. But yeah, it's not strictly thing. And I've got one more actually for movie news. I've written it down. I almost skipped it. Okay. Civil War trailer.
Yeah.
Bucky's arm is missing. I noticed it after about 15 looks, but I only watched.
2 in an hour then.
Yeah, but I only noticed it because it was pointed out as well. So I rewatched for this bit. But Bucky's arm is missing in the fight between Bucky, Captain America, and Iron Man. So I assume, when Bucky's going to try and get Iron Man's core out of his chest, Iron Man's just pulled his arm off. That's what I reckon it's, and I am hoping that'll be quite,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they can't do it. It's a mechanical arm.
Yeah, we can.
So it's not as if he's just severing his arm completely away from the bone. So yeah, I can see how they could get away with that because it's not an R-rated film, so they do have to be careful.
Yeah, but because there's not going to be any blood in it, it's all right.
No, I mean there's blood, but it's minimal, and you're not going to see it. Spray the camera. I don't think.
Yeah, we're not getting 80s horror film versions of blood, splatter. You know, like every shot, every round released in the first 2 RoboCop films required a massive amount of blood bags.
No, and that's okay because that's not what Marvel is. That's not what you watch Marvel for. You know, there's other stuff you watch for.
We're not going to get it with DC either, and that's what.
Not yet.
Well,
R-rated Batman.
We're not going to get an R-rated Batman. We'll get no, we won't. We got an R-rated BVS coming out on Blu-ray once, but that Zack Snyder said it's going to be because of the intensity of certain scenes.
Spirit Squad R-rated now.
No, Spirit Squad.
Spirit Squad. Suicide Squad. Do you know how many times I do that?
I don't know, but
stupid Spirit Squad.
Spirit Squad were great. They went against DX. You know.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Okay.
Well, we'll get to wrestling later.
Yeah. No. So Suicide Squad is not R-rated.
No, it's not going to be R-rated.
Because that's pretty dark.
It's going to be dark, but it can't be R-rated.
You know, even the trailer where he's, I'm not going to kill you. I'm just going to hurt you.
Really, really bad.
Really bad.
But no, it's not going to be an R-rated film. You know, it won't make sense to make comic book films strictly R-rated. Deadpool is an anomaly there because Deadpool needs to be that generally for the stuff he says.
Yeah.
But with like the Joker, he doesn't say anything offensive. He's just creepy.
He's creepy and evil.
Yeah.
You know,
so
he talks about wanting to hurt people, but he doesn't have to.
You don't
swear or anything.
No, and Deadpool is, he's a swearer. He always was.
Yeah.
He always has been.
Yeah.
Work with the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it was. You don't cover up that boy's mouth, and we learnt that from the
I
really
just think
shit
that
X-Men film.
It's a bigger thing, but I just think that with all the superhero movies we're getting now, we get past Infinity Wars and everything. If comic book films are going to keep going, and they're going to evolve, I think probably into R-rated then, because they can't just remake the same stuff again straight away.
No,
they have to change it up before they go back to it again. It's like a cycle.
Yeah. There's always a cycle, but with R-rated, they're limited in their.
Yeah, they are. I agree with you.
Their thing, even though Deadpool has taken so much money for an R-rated film, it's one of the highest grossing R-rated films. Crazy money. It's worth it though.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's a brilliant film.
Yeah, very good.
Got me right in the mood for films this year watching that.
That did. It's really started the year off good, didn't it?
It's like, if this is what we're doing this year, I'm in.
Mm-hmm. But it was really good. So there's the movie news.
Yeah.
We're going on to TV.
TV news.
Well, not so much news, but TV. I was going to mention X-Files, but you ain't up to date. So I'm only episode 5. This new season is very good. I just want to make one comment on that. I don't know if I talked about this before. Yeah. I watched the 3rd episode, the one that everyone was talking about. The funny one. The funny one. Yeah. I've talked about this with people. They did used to do that. Mm. Always. It's normally about 5 episodes in, but they always had like 3 or 4 funny ones in the 22 episode run. They always did like a vampire one that made no sense and stuff like that. It was They've always done it. So and the Haunted House. I remember that. Yeah. But they've always done funny episodes, and they always will do funny episodes. It's part of X-Files. Yeah. You can't be wholly serious all the time. I got a kick out of it. I laughed. I enjoyed that, and just of the silliness it was. And the guy was like really pissed off. He's human. He's like, I had to get a job, so I got a job, and everything. And I thought that was funny. Just happy hanging about in the woods. Yeah, lying. That's how he got his job, because he's lied. I'm lying. I'm selling phones. I don't know what I'm selling. I'm just saying what's in front of me and all that. Yeah, the 4th episode was a bit heavier, obviously. With Scully's mum. But this episode, the new one, is very touchy on certain things. But I'm not going to explain too much because you've got to. I'll watch it. I'll watch it soon. Yeah, but it sits on sore subjects on a certain perspective. Yeah. And it's on people's points of view as well. This one, but it's good. It's a good episode, and there's this one bit with Mulder in it. It's really good. You'll love it. Yeah. You will. I'm not going to say, but I think it's great. Okay. And basically, that bit reminds me of what I'm like when I'm ready to go home before I turn into a mess. If I'm out on the lash.
Right.
All right, you know, we won't be like,
Yeah.
doing your points and that, but you'll have to watch that. So, and then the other TV news, because it's all over the place right now, and it's getting better and better, and that's The Walking Dead. Walking
Dead was really good again.
It was good again, yeah. And
I said last week was tense.
This one was good, and it's like I like the woman. She's like at the end when Carol's like showing her true colours.
Yeah. She
really doesn't like the show be that type of Carol in front of Daryl, though, does she?
No, Daryl's the one that gets to see all that. Yeah.
She tries to be like the vulnerable Carol again in front of Daryl.
Yeah. Spoilers in here, by the way, if anyone's behind.
Yeah. Spoilers on Walking Dead, because we always say it. We will talk about The Walking Dead because we watch it, and if you haven't watched it, just skip over probably about 10-15 minutes.
I have one serious point on it as well.
Mm-hmm.
It concerns me greatly. So, Maggie was fighting.
Yeah,
pretty cool fight. She got punched. I know the knife slit her shirt, and I was waiting for blood to come out.
I'm glad they weren't.
And I'm glad they weren't.
Yeah.
But she did get punched in the stomach beforehand. Do you think they'll have a miscarriage?
No.
I hope not.
I hope not. But if they did. They do. I mean,
her character after it would go nuts.
Yeah, I know, and what I would surmise is going to happen later on. She's going to go nuts anyway. Yeah, I'm talking about later on in the series, which we've already surmised about a few times on this podcast.
She has some crazy in those beautiful eyes.
Oh yeah. But no need to delve again. We'll just repeat ourselves then, won't we?
Yeah.
We can't repeat ourselves all the time.
I always think it's worth mentioning that Lauren Cohen's beautiful. It's okay. It's done now.
Oh well. That's not even an honourable mention. That's something we have to put in.
Yeah, I've completely blanked on the actress's name. The one who was like the leader of the group that abducted Carol and Maggie.
Yeah.
I saw her name the other day. She was on Talking Dead.
Yeah. I watched Talking Dead.
I completely blanked her name. She was really good.
Yeah.
And do you know, I was trying to work out all night where I recognised her from.
What?
So my friend Googled it, and he was saying these films and stuff. I was like, don't remember in that. She played Mrs. Pasternak in 2.5 Men.
Did she?
She was one of Charlie's.
Oh no!
And she was Jake's teacher, and she ended up going crazy and becoming a stripper.
Oh, so she got the Charlie bug then, did she?
Yeah, so that explains a lot, really.
Yeah.
Charlie Harper drove her nuts. Yeah.
Like Sheena's doing with everyone else.
Yeah, but she was good, and the way that she died as well.
Yeah, I like that. And see that little interaction between her and Carol, and it was like, you're not vulnerable at all, type thing.
Yeah.
You were acting all
she understood
that.
It.
Yeah, she understood. Straight away. As soon as Carol turned, it's like,
yeah, I
know. And and I like the idea of saying we're all Negan.
Yeah.
I like that. That was good. That was nice. That was a nice little thing. And Rick said, "Oh, I'm sorry about this." Bang.
Bang. I was just gonna say.
Which because Rick didn't listen.
No.
He didn't listen to that bit. No. He thought he was literally killing Negan.
He did. That's how I read it. Too.
Yeah, and I was thinking, no, Rick, you haven't killed Negan, because it was explained earlier in the episode by the smoking lady.
Yeah.
We're all Negan, honey.
Yeah.
And I like that. I like that little. That's good, and it shows the lack of Rick's willingness to listen on certain things right now.
Oh, Rick is.
Yeah.
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Oh shit! Yeah. He's very singular in his approach on things right now. Earlier Rick would have listened and what?
Yeah.
And all that. So you're telling me you're Negan, not now modern day Rick is sorry about this. Bang. He did say sorry, so that's always a good thing.
Yeah.
But they are making Rick to be harder than he actually is.
I think Melissa McBride was fantastic.
Yeah.
Carol. I think she's outstanding.
And she had a look of horror when Rick just done that. Like, she realised they're losing Rick mentally.
But the funny thing, like that, when that girl's fighting Maggie and she slits her shirt and Carol just walks up next to her and just executes her, she's still got that, where she can just click in like that.
Yeah, And that's what we need, because
I don't want to spoil anything, but there was a sneak peek of next week.
I watched it.
And from the end credits, did you see that one?
Yeah, I watched it all.
Yeah, where Carol's looking a bit more reserved and looks like she wants to step up the firing line. They've all done that, really.
Oh, yeah.
They all sort of cycle that, don't they?
Well, it's a cycle they've been going through, not since the beginning, since like season 2 onwards, really.
Yeah, somebody wigs out for a bit, the rest take care of stuff, and then they come back around, and they usually, you know,
they're
like Gabriel now is
yeah, he's come back around. But he's quite willingness to kill now, isn't he? Doing the Lord's work.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very good, very, very good.
Have you got any more TV? I watched something on TV.
No, I've got no more TV. You carry on.
Yeah, I watched the end of season 2 of Agent Carter.
Oh, and?
Yeah.
Good.
This show's really good. Without spoiling any, you know, because we're a little bit behind you, I think.
Yeah, we are.
So I won't completely spoil. But in this series, she's got like a couple of like love interests and everything.
Yeah.
Which is quite cool. She's really, really good at this role. I really like her. It's a completely different to every other kind of superhero thing we watch because it's set, you know,
in the 50s, isn't it?
50s.
Yeah, 50s.
Or late 40s or 50s. And yet they still managed to pull in this technology from places, you know? Well, it's good that they're introducing it because obviously they discovered it back then, we know that.
Yeah, and in this season, ain't it a lot of Tony Stark's father bringing a lot of that stuff into it.
The guy who plays, I can't remember his name, but the guy who plays Howard Stark is hilarious. He's really good. The guy who plays Jarvis is great. Yeah. Yeah, and they've got a thing where Jarvis has actually got a wife.
Really?
Just kind of turns up. You're like, oh, okay. Yeah, and they're all loved up, but yeah, they're great. And Hayley Atwell and interaction with Howard Stark's really good.
Yeah.
The cop that she's kind of, you know, will they, won't they with, he's pretty good as well. So yeah, it's just worth mentioning. I won't go into great detail about it.
No.
But yeah, it was a really enjoyable thing. Got through it in like 2 nights.
Cool. So
yeah, definitely give that a look if you have time.
And this weekend, the big one on Netflix, Daredevil season 2.
Oh yes, Daredevil season 2.
I'm looking forward to that. I still got them last 2 episodes of Daredevil season 1 to watch. Yeah. I will do it once I get my bearings back. I will be sitting there. It's not even 2 hours of my life. I might even do it tonight because
you should.
It's waiting for the tram doll to start wearing so I can focus.
Yeah.
Because I can't really focus on much right now.
Well, I'm working and I have things to do tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to get to see a lot of it. I'm going to try and get a couple of episodes in early. And then I'm probably going to watch it Saturday. Get my daughter
you and
convinced.
The daughter. Yeah, you and the daughter watch it.
And just watch I'm going to try and watch the whole thing. I don't know if I'll get through it, but I'm going to try and watch the whole thing.
What is it, 13 episodes again?
I should also point out I was calling Karen Page Ellen Page previously. I don't know where that came from.
Yeah, you were. I don't know where you got it from, but...
No, I knew what I meant.
You did. I didn't. Yeah. But that's fine. Yeah. So, that's all good. So, now we've done TV.
Yes.
What is Gaz reading?
At the moment, my notes.
Yeah. But, they're extensive. They're extensive.
Yeah. So, obviously, I'm continuing my love affair with Marvel Unlimited at the moment. So I read, yes, absolutely, great value, $10, well $9.99, but it's in dollars. So to us, that's like I think it's like £7.50.
About that, yeah.
It's irrelevant to me at this point.
Yeah.
So I read. I'm obviously continuing to read Civil War. Just an update on that. When I was going to do the 98 book run, I had one night of reading it, and I'm 24 books in.
Yeah, that's a lot of reading one night.
Yeah, I get carried away. But before that, and since then, I've also read Death of Wolverine. Yes. Because I've always wanted to read it, and I didn't get around to it. It's written by a guy called Charles Soule. I won't go into major detail about the art.
You're already got into more detail than you normally do now.
Yeah, I'm vague, I know.
No, but it's good. I like this detail.
Yeah.
Keep going.
I mean, it basically starts... Spoilers in for the comics, if anyone's not read it. So it basically starts with Wolverine. It's like there's a... Go ahead.
I just remembered. I haven't read this. Oh. So, but I want to listen to everything you say, though.
Okay.
So I'm taking your spoiler and I'm ignoring it.
Oh, okay.
So let's go.
That's fine. Well, it'll save you reading it, I suppose.
Yeah, maybe.
It starts off, you've got basically a big full page saying the end. Okay, that's how it starts.
That's interesting.
Don't worry, I won't do this page by page. just to set the scene through. So
You do everything you want to do. This is your bit. This is what Gaz is reading.
it starts in British Columbia, in Canada, obviously, where Wolverine's from.
Mm-hmm.
He's sort of looking all dishevelled, beaten up. Doesn't look like, obviously usually Wolverine, even when he's beaten up, he recovers very quickly.
Yeah.
So we see that. It cuts then to the Baxter building, where the Fantastic Four,
Yeah, I know the Fantastic Four. Yeah.
So Reed Richards is basically talking to Logan, and out of the conversation it comes that it seems like his healing power is fading.
Oh.
Because he's been in lots of he's been exposed to radioactive stuff. Nagasaki they mention, which is obviously in the Wolverine film, which you like. Which is in your top
I love
10.
that film. I think that film's phenomenal.
It is a good film, yeah. So from that kind of thing, they mention Nagasaki. He basically tells him, don't use your claws, because obviously he has to heal after he uses his claws. Then we cut back then to British Columbia. He's on the phone in a bar talking to somebody. Some people turn up then looking for Logan.
Okay.
A guy called Nuke, who I'm not that familiar with. No. Basically a big sort of redneck with an American flag tattooed on his head.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and they go looking for him, and Logan finds out about that. They end up fighting. Logan obviously beats the snot out of them.
And uses his claws.
Yeah. Now he does get thrown down, hits his head, and he can barely recover, so you start to see that he's
it's starting, the healing properties is not working as well as they wanted.
Yeah, but he gets on top of the fight and he finds out that a contract's been put out on him by Viper. I don't know what you know about Viper.
I know a bit about Viper, yeah. He's been in many of other things.
Yeah, so
what I've read and all that.
That's basically where the first book ends. He finds out it's Viper, and we get a shot of Viper sat on like a throne, with what looks like some kind of lion type creature in front of her. Okay. Then we go to the second book.
Yeah.
They're in something called, I think Madridpur is how you pronounce it.
Okay.
I'm not sure if that's how they say it, but Logan's basically in disguise there. He offers the Iron Man mask to Caro, okay, who's going to contact the Viper, saying that he wants to do business about it, basically. Gets taken to Viper. Viper recognises Logan because they were together previously.
Pre-memory loss, or
he beats up all the lackeys.
Yeah,
that she's got there. The lion type thing I mentioned that was chained up in front. We see that there. And it's actually Sabretooth.
Oh,
which is Wolverine's brother.
Yeah.
Okay. Sabretooth is winning. Lady Deathstrike comes in and saves Logan basically, and tells him that the contract isn't just out on him; it's out on quite a few people, and it's from Lord Hogan.
Yeah.
Okay. Deathstrike's about to kill Logan, and she notices he's not healing. And then we have this great shot where suddenly you can see Lady Deathstrike there, and this hand's coming through her, like basically through where organs would be, that kind of thing. And it's Kitty Pryde.
Oh yeah, I know Kitty.
Yeah. So she pops up, and that's kind of where the second one leaves off.
All right.
So then what happens is Yuriko fights back in the third one, okay? They have a little fight. But Kitty phases in when she's inside her hand and smashes her hand. Her hand explodes from the inside, which is really cool. The art's really good in it.
I bet the art would be cool for that.
It is really good. And basically then they end up going to Japan. Logan's talking about retiring and getting old and how he wants to die now. He basically wants to...
Well, he's been around for a long time.
Yeah, just die somewhere where he can see a sunset, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Kitty actually kisses him.
Oh.
Okay. He pulls away and, saying, we've never been that. And then...
Kitty's all grown up right now, I'm assuming.
Kitty then, it actually isn't Kitty. Kitty's possessed by Hogan.
Oh.
So so they start to fight. Then Logan finds some armor because they're in Japan and they go through one of those sorts of samurai things,
which is cool.
Yeah, and Hogan jumps out then basically and leaves Kitty to get away. Hogan gets away to it. Hogan can jump to people nearby. Is how I understand it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Kitty then, because Kitty was fighting against Hogan in her head as well. So Kitty then says that she knows that the person behind the contract is Abraham Cornelius. Abraham
that
Cornelius.
sounds familiar, that name does.
Yeah, in the comics, Abraham Cornelius was the one who created adamantium and came up with trying to bond it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
basically responsible for Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it goes then to the last book. Logan finds Cornelius in the lab, finds out he's experimented on like hundreds of people, just random people who he feels he can, do this to.
Mm-hmm.
The reason he put the contract out is he wants Logan's healing factor. There's quite a cool scene where like you can see Wolverine grinning, he slits his hand, holds it against the window of this lab.
And it's not healing.
And it's not healing. So Cornelius knows then obviously that it's no good. They set Major Sharp on Logan, which is basically like Cornelius's creation. Like he's made this guy, he's bonded adamantium. It's supposed to be basically a better version of what Wolverine should have been, yeah? Logan wins though, smashes the equipment, but all the sort of liquid adamantium covers him. Absolutely covers him.
And because he's not healing.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. Logan wins. So Logan basically wins the fight. Cornelius has his intestine pierced.
Mm-hmm.
So he dies slowly and painfully. We see Logan then walks out, sort of out of the lab, sort of sits down on like this ridge. He's basically turned into like liquid. It's kind of like, when you see the T-1000 in Terminator.
Yeah.
And you see it like mid-morph. It's a bit like that, but very sloppy.
Cool.
See the sunset. Ends like that.
Yeah.
There's only 4 books. It was really good. Didn't take long to read.
No, I can't imagine.
So even though I've told you what happens in it,
I'd want to look at that now for just the artwork alone.
I would seriously check it out.
Yeah, for the artwork alone, I'd read that.
It's brilliant. I'm going to crack back on with Civil War as well.
Yeah.
Try and get a bit more of that done.
Hopefully
all of it.
I gotta admit, Civil War, you want to read the full 90 odd.
Yeah.
So.
A quick thing on it is at the beginning, the first few issues of it, because it gives you the recommended reading order.
Yeah.
So you go in between Amazing Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolt, yeah.
You know what I mean? All sorts. I'm not too fond of the Wolverine one I've read. The art isn't very...
No.
Doesn't really mesh for the rest of it.
That's the thing is, with a massive collection of books like that, the art is going to change back and forth.
Yeah.
Like I'm reading Batman's New 52, and in the third book, the art is... Excuse me, the art seems to be totally different again.
Yeah.
Not totally different, but the art's different again.
Yeah.
Which I like that, but I don't.
Yeah.
In the sense that, because when DC brought the New 52, I thought they'd make it all linear.
Yeah.
Like, the New 52 Batsuit is probably one of my favourite Batsuits.
Yeah.
I have a 19-inch Batman of that suit right in front of us.
Yeah.
I like that suit. And I didn't even buy that. My wonderful fiancée, soon-to-be wife, bought that for me. And
Top wife points.
Oh, well, I'm wifing her now.
Wife and
To be honest, I'm glad I am.
Yeah.
Because she gets me some cool shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just when I sorry, just to mention that finally to finish on that.
Yeah, cool.
When I read it, whenever I read a comic, since I was a kid, the way I tend to read it is it'll play a movie in my head if it's good. Yeah. And with this, I think had we seen this at some stage, this like sort of little series, maybe as well, it probably only have to be one film. I don't think you can get 2 films out.
No.
But I think that would have been a really good way for Wolverine to.
Well,
I mean, he does still have to be finished up. There's one more film to go with
yeah.
Wolverine.
Well, so far there's just rumours like Hugh Jackman's put out Old Man Wolverine, Old Man Logan.
Old Man Logan, yeah.
Which I like the idea. Well, I read Old Man Logan.
Yeah.
And I like the idea of doing Old Man Logan.
Yeah.
But this sounds like a logical step.
Because he finally gets to...
Yeah, but you could mix that with Old Man Logan.
Yeah. Well, that's the... I mean, they're tending to do that. We're going to see that with Batman versus Superman.
Yeah.
There's elements of different parts of...
There's elements of, like...
Dark Knight Returns,
Dark Knight Returns. There's got to be I've got a feeling there's a bit of Hush in there.
It's got to be a bit of Hush.
Yeah, I love Hush.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. There's going to be elements there of it all.
And that's just Batman stuff.
Yeah.
It's a Superman film at the end of the day, isn't it? So.
It's a sequel to Man of Steel.
Yeah.
But I just remember everyone's like, people like Batman, Superman, Batman's going to get his ass kicked.
Yeah. Can we agree as well that whenever we talk about...
Alfred kicked Superman's ass once.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember the book, but he kicks Superman's ass.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't think I've read that.
Google that.
Okay.
I read it a long time. It feels like a long time ago. I just can't remember much of it right now. But my memory right now is shocking.
Painkillers.
Painkiller shocking.
Yeah.
Literally painkiller
Yeah, if we're a
shocking.
bit slow, it's painkillers. No, in my case, I'm just slow.
It's possible.
Oh, I think you're doing well.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks. But yeah, it's
Do you know, so whatever we've spoken about as well, we've ended up talking about Batman vs Superman again.
because we're really excited, man.
I know.
We are.
It's bleeding into everything.
It's gonna bleed into
I'm
everything.
curious when we get to wrestling now how that ends up coming up.
Well, we've got two titans in the wrestling ring coming up soon.
Yeah.
But we're gonna have to do we're gonna do one episode of just Batman Superman once after we've both seen the film.
Yeah.
We're gonna sit down and we're just gonna talk about that.
Yeah, that'll fill.
And that will be spoilerful and everything. And
do spoiler free and spoiler full, I suppose.
we could do two in one go. I don't mind.
Yeah.
We'll do the spoiler the spoiler free one would be. It'll be a short one. It's freaking awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
And
I can't tell you anything, but it's great.
And then it'll be a 10-minute podcast on how many times we can fit awesome in.
Yeah.
And then the spoilerful one will probably be about 2 hours long and amazing. But yeah, I like the idea of that book, man. That looks good.
I think that would work for the last Wolverine film.
Yeah, I would. And if they mix it with Old Man Logan,
yeah,
I reckon that would be cool.
And we might. I mean, I know you like the second one. I don't mind the second.
I like the second Wolverine, and I like the fact he was in Japan.
I think we'd do a really and obviously in this because they mention it and they go back
as
well, so there's a link there too. So it would wrap everything up really.
Oh yeah, and Hugh Jackman is a big fan of Logan in general, so I reckon he always wants to do the best he can.
Needs his retirement fund.
He's a rich man.
Yeah,
anyway.
I think he's okay. Although, I don't know. Did people ask for their money back for Real Steel?
I don't know. I thought that was all right.
It was okay.
It's all right.
It's okay, but I mean, it's not. It's not the best.
Well, Chappie is just as bad, man.
Yeah, I saw Chappie on the thing last. I didn't watch it though.
I've watched Chappie. I like the concept of it.
Yeah.
And to me, Chappie is like Johnny Five.
Yeah.
I
love Johnny Five.
Yeah,
Short Circuit. I love that.
We all like Short Circuit.
Both of them.
Yeah, both of them great.
He's gold in the second one. The spoiler. Gold at the end. They make him gold. He becomes a citizen.
Got bandana and everything.
Johnny Five is alive.
Johnny Five is alive.
Yeah.
My nan used to put them films on when me and my sisters were kids just to shut us up.
80s glory.
Oh yeah, we watched it over and over again.
And I watched Big Trouble in Little China last night.
Oh, awesome. Awesome film.
The definition of awesome.
The film is great.
And I was like looking at it going, that guy
John
is
Carpenter.
going to be Star-Lord's dad.
I know. Oh, and shout out, he's 65 today.
He's 65.
65 today, Kurt Russell.
Is 65.
Yeah, but we got a bit of sad news today.
Oh, yeah.
Paul Daniels, the magician.
Yeah, I just heard about that.
Passed away, brain tumour, and
he was.
Yeah, well, it's quite a sad day really because we all grew up with Paul Daniels here in the UK.
I actually have a friend who's a magician. He's part of the Magic Circle.
Really?
And there was I don't want to say a seminar. I think it was that big, like a talk. Like Paul Daniels at Brondegg House like years ago.
Oh,
and he was there for that. So he was talking about that today.
Oh,
so yeah, Paul Daniels. Yeah, he was a bit of a British institution, wasn't he?
Yeah, pure British. He's not like the American magicians in the modern day, dynamos and all they are. They're very illusionist. He was quick talking, quick jokes, and quick little tricks, him and his wife.
Well, Dynamo Scene's American, he's from Bradford.
I know he is, yeah.
I know what you mean, like he's no David Blaine, is he?
No.
Thank God. What a miserable bastard.
The guy thinks it was magic, sitting in a glass box, drinking water. Look, if you want to lose weight, don't make us watch you.
Do you know people threw stones at him as well?
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's bad, isn't
I've been
it?
the first one to fill a condom up.
Oh, but you've got to think that through, because if you throw that up, that's like plexiglass.
Alright, it's got to come down.
It's got to come down.
Yeah, I know.
It's like being at a gig, innit? When nobody can get to the toilet and they all just fill their cup up and lob it.
Yeah, I'd done that on My Chemical Romance download.
When the rain is warm, it's time to move.
Yeah. But I'd done it because My Chemical Romance was.
Yeah.
And then
really I don't even want to edit that out.
No, don't edit that. That is low.
It happened to be a Kasabian gig, but I didn't care because I was bouncing around like an idiot.
I've probably been covered with a lot more being a Metallica Pantera gig.
Yeah.
Pantera gig, I cracked a rib being on the front bar in front of Dime.
Nice.
You know, and that was amazing. That was in Newport Leisure Centre.
Wow.
Yep, I was. It was 2001. Reinvented Steel Tour.
Yeah, I think I lost touch with Pantera after Far Beyond Driven. Really.
I'm one of the rare ones now because you got all these Pantera fans out there now that are like, oh, Pantera.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, old school original. Got it tattooed to me when I was 19, and I saw them 2 days later.
Yeah, I've had phases with music in my life, depending on, I think, when the best, you know, with music, it goes in cycles, doesn't it? Like, you have a really good period for metal, and you'll have a good period for hip-hop, and you'll have a good period for pop, and, you know, all these types of things.
Hippity hoppity.
Yeah.
If I want to play hopscotch, I won't listen to hip-hop. We'll have this discussion another night. That can take a podcast. Because I like metal. Yeah, I know.
But I also like hip-hop for just different reasons.
I like old school hip-hop as in when Ice Cube was good. And, you know, Eminem's first album for me is a perfect album. First album.
It's still on my phone. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I've got it on my iPod, and I haven't taken it off my iPod in years.
Yeah.
A guy I worked with in Seven Trent Water Jr. lent me the album.
Yeah.
Me and my mate Nicky, he just got his license. We had 2 tapes in that car.
Yeah.
And that was the Eminem's first album.
Yeah.
And George Michael, because he loved George Michael.
I'm going to be controversial. George Michael has a couple of good tunes.
Well, of course he does.
I don't like loads of them, but he's got a couple of good ones.
Yeah, but I'm not going to be controversial here. I insisted on Eminem and we used to go cruising in an F-Reg, Ford Fiesta, up and down Oystermouth Road and that, and he had one speaker in that car on the dashboard.
Yeah.
And we had them tapes and we put it in. We done that all the time. That car, that car was held together by hope and prayer.
Yeah.
It was battered, but them days loved it. Loved them days.
Yeah, I always noticed with all my friends, they always used to have fairly, you know, standard or rubbish cars. But the stereo, that was always taken care of, because in Swansea, getting hold of a car stereo wasn't difficult in the 90s. No, I gotta admit, his stereo weren't great, but, you know, my first car, when I bought a car, E-Reg, red Astra, got stolen, sold. Yeah. That's why I didn't finish my license, because it got stolen. You drove a go-kart one? Oh, I'm quite proficient with the old go-karts. Yeah. I was great at I beat you though.
No, you won't.
I can't drive a proper car, but go-karts, that's my time to shine.
Oh, well, you know. I rock the Dodgems proper. Yeah. Yeah. You go on Dodgems with me, you're risking whiplash, like. Sorry. I don't get you head on. I get you on angles. You know. Yeah. I'm an angle man. Good angle. Yeah. You know. And no one is singing "You Suck" when I do this. But you know, I'll get you on an angle. Like when they say no head-on collisions, I'm like, that's cool with me, man. I'll hit you on the corner. Can I ask you out to the blue? As that just randomly came up. Kurt Angle retired. I don't know. He retired from TNA. Yeah. that did happen then. I hear that. I know he retired from TNA. Didn't he lose his last match? Yeah. As you said, you always leave your territory on your back. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. I don't know if Drew Galloway won it, or was it Bobby Lashley? Bobby Lashley beat him. I think the others came and beat him after, didn't they? Drew Galloway and whoever else they've got there. Yeah, and Drew Galloway just won the TNA title. Has he really? Yeah, he won that last night. Drew Galloway as in Drew McIntyre. Yeah, Drew Galloway, yeah. That's what I who is he's using himself, because he's booking himself now. Yeah. Way better than WWE ever done. Well, bringing him in as the chosen one, I mean, you've got to be pretty special to get that straight out. And first of all, look at now, when fans perceive someone to be the chosen one, yeah, they aren't. No. Roman is going to find out very shortly at WrestleMania. Well, as we go into it,
Yeah.
wrestling.
So I watched Roadblock. You watched Roadblock?
I watched Roadblock. I Triple H was awesome.
Wasn't
He just basically showed all the new boys. This is the idea. He's slower,
Yeah.
but he's methodical now.
I think he's a better worker. The
He's
looks he does, the way he carries
Yeah,
himself
the-
and everything.
And that fight, and also on Raw this week when he was with Ziggler. Ziggler's the biggest seller going, but he sold Ziggler's moves beautifully.
Yeah.
And he done everything there. And alright, personally, I would want Ziggler to win the match. Do you know why? Because that match was going to be we all knew Roman was going to come down anyway.
Yeah.
He's recovered from nose reconstruction real quick, amazingly.
Yeah. And he had the proper big
Yeah.
ass kicking moment this week.
Yeah, he had his turn where I liked putting the TV across Triple H's back and that. I thought that was a
And
nice
he was
touch.
ramming him into the announce table like Triple H did to him.
Mm-hmm.
It was good. I mean, I still don't think it's going to work.
No, I still reckon he's going to get... They've almost sold out WrestleMania and all. But Triple H is going to get the pop and Roman is going to be booed.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. But and we mentioned about Roadblock and Triple H and Ambrose. That was a really, really good match.
That to me should have been the WrestleMania match.
And also, I mentioned, remember last week we were talking about Jericho's heel turn, and I know he didn't like how quick it's happened.
I know, but
Hasn't he
it's
been great
really
since?
great since.
I did say I like him better as a heel.
He's so good as a heel anyway, but especially when he was like, the what you call it, thingy champion back in early 2000s.
Yeah.
Him and Triple H, their little undisputed champion.
Yeah.
And you had Steph as on
Beat
Jericho's
Stone
side
Cold
and all that.
and The Rock in the
one
same
night.
night.
I know, first undisputed champion and all.
Yeah.
But Jericho is so good as a bad guy. That little run he had with CM Punk and all a few years ago, that was great.
Yeah.
Well, a few years ago, it's 4 years ago now.
Yeah.
That is, wow, it's a long time now.
The only what do you think of the false finish with Ambrose and Triple H? Where Ambrose pins him, the ref counts 3, but then throws it off because his foot was under the rope.
That was too obvious.
It was, but for a split second, I didn't see his foot under the rope.
No,
when
did
he
I?
counted 3, I went, "Whoa!"
When I first watched it, before he went no, I was like, they actually done it.
Yeah, I think we were both under the impression that what this was going to be was a way to bring Roman back, save Dean from like a big beating.
Yeah, and it didn't happen.
And it didn't happen, so I'm kind of glad about that because Ambrose, I think he just showed the boss, I can go.
Oh yeah.
And
he also showed everyone else that he's not he's not going to be the throwaway. Well, I'm just going to be I'm the crazy guy. He is making him serious contender here.
And I bet you loved the moment on Raw. I really hope it was on your version.
Oh, him and Mick.
Mick Foley.
Yes, man.
That was so
I
cool.
loved that, and
we've talked about the link before.
Yeah, and and I like the old it's kind of passing the torch.
Yeah.
And all that, they kept all that on Sky.
Yeah.
All to its full. I got to admit, this week this guy's cut down version.
Yeah.
Catch up version was a lot longer than it normally is.
Yeah. Did you have to put up with R-Truth and Goldust?
No.
Lucky you.
Yeah.
So now R-Truth wants to join him. He dressed as a penguin, because they're in Pittsburgh. So Pittsburgh Penguins.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm so glad I haven't. Because sometimes I'll look on YouTube for the bits I missed on.
You can skip that.
And so I don't have to look for that. No, we still got the female match. Tamina Snuka, she botches way too much.
Yeah. I've really liked Charlotte the last few weeks.
Yeah.
Where's Tasha?
I don't know. I don't know.
Me neither. They didn't miss her out on your version. She just wasn't there.
She wasn't there. No.
No.
I saw Charlotte and everything, and I'm liking Charlotte right now. I just got this feeling that they're gonna put her against Rick eventually.
That's got to be the way to go, isn't it?
And do you know how I like it? I'm thinking about it. When Charlotte loses it to Sasha Banks, Rick goes a bit nuts and and blames Charlotte for it all, and she'll go back to being a face. Rick will stay as heel.
You're not a champion. You're an embarrassment to the family.
And all that. And the next thing you know, I've got a real champion with me, and then Paige comes out 'cause she's been away for a while.
Well, Paige was in a backstage segment this week. Did you get that?
No.
Yeah, Paige was in a backstage segment. I'm not really sure where they were going with it. Charlotte came up and gave us some verbal, her and Ric Flair. But she didn't really, come out of it with massive amounts of credit or anything. So, yeah, I'm not sure with Paige. I don't know. While I haven't seen the current series of Total Divas, because it's not yet on the network, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to watch it. But Paige, apparently, spoiler for Total Divas, is that okay? Paige apparently is finished with her bloke. Or was that
the one that she was going to marry?
So her head maybe
not in the game.
In the shed.
Yeah.
So yeah, it could be a case of maybe she's just been taken out of the limelight, but I'm not really sure what they do with her now. What they do? She's wrestled Charlotte.
I don't know what they're going to do with Paige right now.
Sasha?
Because for such a young woman, she has done everything.
She's wrestled everybody.
Everybody.
Because she's so good, they put everyone with her. So she's wrestled everybody.
But the thing is, she's that good, she makes people look good as well.
Oh yeah.
Whoever can't do it. Like.
She's one of the best they got.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's amazing.
This is probably, I think, it's the best roster of in-ring women they've had.
Just add Gail Kim to that, and then and bring Karma back, Awesome Kong.
Sure, I mean, if she can wrestle for TNA, she can wrestle for them, surely.
Awesome Kong.
Yeah.
She's been fired from TNA, hasn't she?
Well, yeah, but this is what I mean. But I mean, it's not like she's still physically unable to wrestle.
Well, no. Awesome Kong, when she joined WWE as Karma, and she just got plagued with problems, didn't she?
Yeah.
She got injured, then didn't she get pregnant?
She got pregnant. She had to retire.
She had to leave, and then once she had the baby and everything and all that, and
it was a really weird angle because she came out and then she was all crying, and then she was about to beat everyone up, and then she couldn't, and she was crying, and then she announced it, and you were like, oh, okay, well, you could have just announced it. I would have been all right with that.
It was short, and it weren't even sweet.
No.
And I reckon.
That's a she.
Yeah, she's not. WWE should bring her in and build her up again because they built her perfectly. Karma, they built her really good.
When she came in,
when she came in, she was great.
I was waiting for the debut.
She didn't even have a match. Which was disappointing.
She just squashed people, didn't she?
Yeah.
Bella bashing.
Well, yeah, she really good. Like we got this Brie stuff going on now with Lana.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what Lana will do in the ring. That's happening at WrestleMania.
I heard she can wrestle. She is trained, isn't she? I don't know if that means she can wrestle on TV, but
we'll see. But they're gonna hold her first match for actual.
So she's gonna wrestle
WrestleMania. Yeah, I reckon so.
At WrestleMania.
Yeah, I reckon so. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Well.
Also, like other stuff we got going on wrestling wise. Yeah. With the Shane O'Mac and his he weren't great during that.
He tripped over
segment.
his words.
Yeah, he didn't do. He lost himself. It's like the moment
he said, "I'm gonna miss," and then the crowd laughed at him when he corrected himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't very nice.
No, but.
The WWE audiences are seldom nice. They're pretty ruthless, really.
They are pretty ruthless, especially Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
They have been reputed to be quite,
I had to bounce back and forth, but just quickly, what did you think of Roman's reaction? It's hard to tell. It's a little bit mixed. He got booed. He got some boos, obviously.
The thing with the version I watched, WWE have time to change stuff up.
Yeah.
And he got booed, though, in my version still.
He still, I mean, that was the overriding thing, was that he was getting booed. It wasn't,
But he was doing a very heel thing, the way he was acting, if you noticed that.
Yeah.
It was very... Cause
he was very stony-faced. He didn't really, not that I noticed, play to the audience.
No playing to the audience as such. No.
Just I'm here to beat Triple H.
Yeah, basically, and that's a very heel thing to do, and that's what I reckon he should be like anyway.
Yeah.
Because the guy ain't great on the mic.
He's screaming for him to be a heel.
Yeah.
Someone just, I don't know, make Vince look the other way, and just change it.
I think because Triple H, whenever he's in the ring, he cannot be a heel. Not anymore.
No, I mean...
The last time he was a convincing heel in the ring was against Daniel Bryan.
One thing we haven't mentioned, he did that big, long heel promo where he trashed the people before Ziggler came out.
Yeah, but then they loved it when he was in the ring.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, he really got personal with people, you know, like, you're living in an apartment because you're divorced.
Oh, yeah, and, you know, you got no money and...
The whole, you've got no hope speech. Basically.
Yeah, you're all dreamers.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really pushed that.
Yeah,
but then
because
when
he's trying to be the heel, he's doing the right thing with what he's told to do.
He's doing everything right, but when he's in the ring, when he comes out, everyone loves him.
If it's him or Reigns, who are they going to cheer? It's Triple H every time, because Triple H has been around for 20 years.
Yeah,
and people have had their issues with him, but you know, you could point to at least 10 matches where it's like, wow.
Yeah, you could point. Any match, Triple H, almost any match, Triple H, the Ultimate Warrior match, I
can think of 5 with Shawn Michaels. I mean, I know it's Shawn Michaels.
5, well, SummerSlam 2002.
Yeah, I mean, I know Shawn's great, but that's Shawn's first match back.
After so many years out.
And there's no one else he's doing it with but
no,
Triple H. That's who he wants. Not just because it's his buddy, because he knows I'm safe with this guy.
Yeah, because my back, you know, is back, like, you know.
And he made Ambrose look great on Roadblock.
Oh, he did, didn't he?
You know, and he made Ziggler look great as much as he could.
Yeah.
On Raw. So Ziggler didn't do himself any favours, don't think, on the microphone. He's not really as good on the microphone as he should be.
No. I like Ziggler. I do
like the guy.
He made Ziggler look really good.
Yeah, but they've beaten him so many times. You just
he's not credible as much anymore.
No.
Because
you want to believe in the babyface guy, don't you? The good guy.
Yeah, but the thing with Triple H right now, we're repeating ourselves now. He's just so good in the ring.
Yeah.
He is,
and that's final.
It is final. He is so good in the ring.
Anyone wants to argue with that, I do put the Twitter and email address on this video when it goes up.
Yeah, they can argue.
Please argue.
Yeah.
I welcome it.
But he's just so good in the ring. It's undeniable. What else? I'm thinking I know what's going to happen with the Undertaker thing.
Yeah, well, you did mention that, and I cut you off before.
Yeah, you did.
There was a segment
with
the McMahons and Undertaker, so what do you think about that?
I know what's good. I don't know. It's not. It's just me thinking. It's not. It's me just throwing it out there, maybe calling it. I think Cena is going to turn up at WrestleMania.
Do you think?
Get into the ring, do attitude adjustment, or an FU, I like to still call it.
Yeah,
on
that was a bad
on
name.
the Taker. Really? And Shane's going to win that way.
Right.
I'm calling that now. I'm not calling it because
I like it.
I like that idea. I reckon it's plausible,
and
it's plausible because it's set up then WrestleMania 33 for Taker, Cena.
Yeah.
You know, they're setting up then future WrestleMania.
That would be a year build.
Yeah.
So you could even go old school where, you know, Cena will just be wrestling through the year and like the lights will dim and
every
stuff.
so often and build.
Remember like when he was, one of the times he died and then just occasionally he'd just be in like a random match with people, nothing to do with the Undertaker, and the lights would go.
Yeah, or
it's gotten cold in here. They'd just drop little things through the year.
Yeah, and like with that bit where he used to done some bits with Randy Orton where Randy Orton be in the mirror, washing his face,
being his reflection,
and it'd be reflection. Then they go back, Randy Orton turn around, and he's gone.
Yeah, that was cool.
Stuff like that, they could do that.
I love that
perfectly.
stuff with Taker.
Yeah,
that's what we got the Undertaker for.
Exactly, and they could make that, and you know, if they are listening to this, please do it. Because simple reason is that would be a hell of a setup. Yeah. Even if it's Taker's last WrestleMania at 33, and he goes into the Hall of Fame the night before, he comes out. Oh,
I really thought he'd go in this year. I mean, it's Texas. I really thought.
Yeah, no. They're putting Sting in this year.
Sting.
They won't put Taker in the same year.
Yeah, they're both headliners, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. And Sting is possibly maybe retiring.
Yeah.
And I got a feeling
it's been coming.
That match he had with Seth, he did mess his neck up pretty bad.
Yeah. And the only good thing about it is if he has gone out with that match, it's against the guy who's probably the best at the minute, I think.
Yeah, and it's a great match and all. And Sting done stuff in that match we hasn't done in 10, 15.
Really quick callback. I mean, Triple H got him to a decent effort as well.
Oh, that was a good match at 31, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But Sting, and he was looking the best he has in a long time in that
Got himself
match.
in shape, didn't he? 'Cause
Oh yeah.
even WCW towards the end, he wasn't really in shape.
No, well, he just wasn't doing it anymore, was he?
No.
'Cause he knew WCW was going down.
Yeah.
And because he's a loyal man.
Yeah.
He went down with his ship.
Yeah.
You know, and then when he was in TNA, he was great at first. You know, he had some embarrassing moments. You know, with the main event mafia and all that crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was poor. That
was just basically throw as many stars together and all people watch.
Yeah, we had Booker.
There was some good moments. Obviously, with that many guys, you're going to get some good moments.
Yeah, you had Booker T, you had bloody Sting, and you had Kurt Angle.
Nash was in it as well.
Nash was in it for a bit. You had a bit of Bobby Roode in there.
Roode.
You know, AJ was done a bit of it. Flair was in it.
Yeah.
You know, and they didn't show any AJ this week on Raw. For me.
Well, Jericho's kind of carrying it a little bit.
Yeah. They are pushing AJ right way though.
I agree.
They're using him right.
Yeah.
They're using him as promotion now already for the UK tour. And
he's popular here. They must know that.
Yeah, he is. He's a popular guy anyway, and it's good. The wrestling is looking up right now.
Yeah, I am still looking forward to WrestleMania.
Oh, I am
Obviously,
too.
Still got Ambrose, and Lesnar. Ambrose.
Yeah.
Crowbar out, didn't he?
I liked what Mick was saying to him. Remember your past.
Yeah.
And all I thought was CZW.
Yeah.
And bloodbath of a match.
That was pretty cool.
Blood will be spilt this WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And Brock Lesnar's got the Flair syndrome. Any hit and he's fucking bleeding. You remember that?
He does bleed, doesn't he?
He does bleed a lot. And
sorry, Brock, if you're listening, please don't take me to Suplex City. But
and
he does get cut. Yeah, he's just that kind of.
And we're not giving our addresses out because we know you have the money.
Well, anybody who watched his UFC run and watched what King Velasquez did to his face, it's no surprise.
No surprise.
Some scar tissue there.
Yeah, he bleeds the hard way. He doesn't bleed colour wise.
Oh, and Velasquez, I mean, sometimes you can see Brock has got that line across his cheek.
Yeah.
That's King Velasquez basically opened his face.
Yeah, well, I watched the UFC fight.
I mean, that was brilliant.
And, Brock always is bleeding on that cheek. Yeah. That cheek.
I lost no respect for Brock through it. King Velasquez, I mean, he's nails. I know he's not champion now, but he's nails.
Yeah. But, Brock, that match is going to be a good one.
Yeah.
And I can see Brock losing it just to build.
I can and I can't, because if he loses, he's not going away straight away. And when is Brock, going to be around? How long is he going to be around for? He's been around a little while now. He comes in and out.
Yeah.
So I know he signed a new deal, so maybe more frequent appearances. But
maybe, but I would like to see Ambrose beat him.
I would. Oh,
and with his new toy, and all, I'd like to see him beat him, or because Ambrose, they're building him like making a way you can take a pasting.
Well, if Ambrose beats Brock Lesnar,
what's next for him?
Title.
Yeah,
it's got to be,
and it's got to be a title.
With Roman.
I want to see that. Do you know why?
Roman heel, Ambrose Roman. There you go.
There you go.
It's easy, this stuff.
It is. We should start booking it for him. Well, we're actually doing quite a good job, I think.
Yeah.
This will be quite fun. Yeah. I think that's the podcast for today.
Yeah, okay, dude, that's long enough.
Dan, it's not the length, dude, it's the quality.
Yeah, I tell myself that every day.
Okay. And I think we've done a damn good podcast. Thank you for listening.
See you next week.
Bye.